いざ勝負。
みんなよく頑張ったね。
覚悟してよね。私たちは無敵だよ。
行くぞみんな。君がいてくれてよかった。
覚悟してよね。私たちは無敵だよ。
行くぞみんな。続けていこう。
やったね。完全勝利。
Okay, so this is a video I wanted to make, but this is the way it's being made at the moment. It's a stream, and it is a bit of an impromptu kind of thing. But this is not the only video or stream I'll be doing tonight. I just kind of wanted to let the game roll a little bit before I started to talk, and that's why in the title of this stream it says no commentary, because I'm going to change that when it gets put in recording. But in general, hold on just a second. It says no commentary. Alright. But the reason for that is because I wanted to just let the game kind of roll by itself. And I wanted to showcase it without me talking about it or me, kind of gushing over part of my childhood, because of course this is kind of nostalgic a little bit. I'm one of those people that watched the first couple seasons of Digimon, and then I kind of got into other things as a young adult, or as a and 8, 9, 10-year-old, but this was a chunk of my childhood. So I do feel very good that this game came out, because there aren't a lot of really stellar Digimon games. Now, this one is it is Japanese, of course, and so is the anime, being an anime. Even though it came out in the States, just like Pokemon, just like any of those kinds of things. This game is very anime trope heavy. So lots of female characters in very strange, skimpy clothing, which it's not my thing, really, but it's just kind of odd to look at for me. It's kind of laughable because there's a couple, like, the character that I've been toting around with me, is in such a strange outfit. I mean, she's like in a hoodie and this, like, half-dressed thing. It's just weird. But this is a JRPG, turn-based JRPG, and I wanted to kind of digivolve and do some stuff, the core stuff that you'll be doing a lot of, which is the battles, the digivolving. It sounds so silly when I say that, but the evolutions of the Digimon, the kind of sleuthing, because this does hold up to its name, the cyber sleuth. You are definitely an investigator. I mean, that might just be running around doing different things like that, but it's definitely not just a go here, do this. You actually kind of have to look around in this game. I am going to kind of turn it down because it's loud in my ears. I want partner Digimon on, normal, short, normal. That's kind of cool. I didn't actually notice that. You can change difficulty on the fly. It's normal and hard. No. Apply. Okay. But so I'll go through at least what a chunk of this stuff does. The field guide I kind of showed for a second. I have no idea what that trophy is for. This is basically I'm going to be comparing a lot of stuff to Pokemon, but only because it's something that a lot of people know and a lot of people will recognize immediately. This is very obviously like your Pokedex. So everything you've seen, collected, all of that kind of stuff goes in the field guide. So I've collected, like Toy Agumon is in this stage, Patamon I fought a couple of. I started with Terriermon. But the cool thing is that if you've seen them or encountered them, but you've never been able to actually physically get them yourself, they will be slightly grayed out. So question marks I've never seen before. This grayed out Agumon, because you get the black characters from pre-order. I don't know. It's like in the first month. I think this first chunk of February you get a special set of DLC, which is it's hit or miss in my opinion. I don't necessarily like that, but I do enjoy that it's the first month and not like a pre-order bonus. I think that's kind of encourages people to buy more than a pre-order. But I have my own stance on pre-orders. The last pre-order I did was The Division, and that was an awful decision. Not because it's The Division, but pre-ordering is just... I have my own stance on pre-ordering. I'm not a fan. But this game is kind of cool because you get this like month of... If you play within this time period, you get this stuff for free. You get it with purchase. And something I should mention while I'm scrolling through this chunk of the field guide, kind of this dex, this encyclopedia of Digimon in the game, is that it is on Vita as well. So that immediately means it's on PlayStation TV if you do have one of those. If you don't, then I don't blame you. I do have one because I thought it would be an interesting little accessory, and I was pleased with it. I still am. I do still play stuff on my TV because it's nice to see Vita exclusive games up on a screen. But a game like this, it's very cool to be able to have a cross save going on. That's actually, you saw me do that right before I started talking. So, I'm just kind of flipping through the decks here, or this field guide. there is a lot in this game, and this goes all the way to like those penultimate Digimon. I have no idea what the bottom tier, or I guess top tier Digimon are called. I honestly, the last time I watched Digimon was when I was little, and I know there's a couple seasons on Netflix, but I haven't, I haven't become an adult that watches cartoons all that much, or those cartoons that the anime that we watched as kids that were cartoons, quote unquote. But this guy you actually see, like, let's put it this way: if you can't click on grayed out ones, but if I go up, see this dude I had. Or have, and he's an ultimate, and he's like up in the list, so I can't even imagine what stuff down in the... Oh, wow. That I didn't actually know. I didn't know you could do the stats per level, so that's really cool, actually. I haven't actually been in the field guide a ton, so yeah, if you de-evolve him, I'm not going to say Digivolve every time I bring it up, because that is just going to get annoying. So if you de-evolve him, he goes into Gargamon, which you can... Wow, this is really slick, actually. I'm finding this out just as much as, like, I'm showing it to you guys, because I'm exploring just as much, because I haven't really been in here either. So, like, this is one of this was the first ultimate I got, I believe. And I thought it was so cool, because I know this is from... I think it's a second season Digimon. I think. I remember, like, a blue dog dude thing. But then you have like profile, you have what he digivolves into if you've seen them or if you have them, and you see what he digivolves into. Like Garurumon Black is the only one he can go into. I assume one of those is Garurumon, because that would be kind of silly if it wasn't. And then of course you have what his stats are by level. So all his cool stuff. And all this stuff in this field guide is innate. So like, if I were to just say max him out, the 3 inherited skills, I believe, can change. Like the moves you can get can change. If not, I am mistaken, and that's just how this goes. I'm still learning about this game as I'm playing it, so I actually just learned how to properly use the farm, so there's that. But right now my team consists of, my team is like ever changing at this point. So my team is consisted of this dude, which I just got. Obviously I just digivolved this in this little chunk of the video, but Godromon, and I will butcher most of the names unless I know them. Ooh, always hits. That's an interesting... That's an interesting special move. Neutral damage, fire damage to one foe. Yeah, so of course I found it. I wanted to start leveling up one of the Agumon I got, and I found it kind of ironic that I had an Agumon and a Devimon on the same team. So I kind of just rolled with it. And then I've been taking out specific Digimon just to kind of level them up, see where they go. So that's why I had Tenomon. And that's why I got him into Renamon, which I had actually always liked Renamon. Like, I remember this particular Digimon, and I don't know why I remember this particular one, but I did. And I really liked her, I don't know, I think they have genders, but the gender has nothing to do with this game. So we're in like, I'm gonna actually go back to where I can talk and show off the Digilab, which is where all of the farm, there's a shop, whole bunch of different stuff takes place. Lots of crucial things in the game take place. So this is the bank. So basically this is your PC from Pokemon, which is, it's pretty obvious. So if I wanted to say, I don't know, Digivolve, I kind of looked at him, and I want this. Like, my specific thought is that if I don't have something, I just want to get it. That's all it is. It's like, I want to get that. I want to get that. Eventually, I kind of know what that thing is, so I'm kind of putting it off, because there's other stuff I'd like to get beforehand. Like, the first thing I Digivolved, I think, ever in the game was Geogreymon. And I loved it. It was so cool. It was It was interesting because I thought it was Greymon, and it wasn't. It was GeoGreymon. I was like, oh, they're not the same thing because God knows I don't remember a lot of stuff from Digimon. But then you have stuff like this, like stuff that I have never seen before. So I remember Armadillomon, Agumon, obviously. His speed needs to go up. So, but Cyclonemon, I've never seen this thing before in my life, ever. I actually have to take his equipment off because I want it. He's a builder. I don't know what the personality, like, I just found out what the personality stuff does in the actual, like, what do you call it? In the farm does. So he needs speed at 75. So let's look at his speed. His speed says 82, but that's because of the 2 speed attachments. So, actually, I wonder, can I... Yeah, I can't do anything while he's in there. So I'm actually going to go ahead and move Gardramon and replace him. And then I'm going to take off... We actually have to do it. It's kind of menu heavy, this game, depending on what you're doing and when. Once you get everything where you want it and how you want it, it's pretty streamlined. You don't have to really be in menus too often, but there are significant chunks I'm noticing that you are going to be... It's kind of adventures in menus. But it never gets unsatisfying, surprisingly enough. It's not one of those games where being in menus... If you have a goal, being in a menu is not a bad thing. If you're just kind of wandering around the menu with vague thought, I can see where it would not be fun. But, it's... If nothing else, the aesthetic of this game is very charming because it's kind of nostalgic. And I can totally see where that, imparts buying some games for some people. Now, like Angemon. Like him I remember because this is Patamon. Patamon... Ooh, wait a minute. Am I thinking of the right Digimon? I think so. I think Patamon, because it was so weird seeing a little, like, adorable 4-legged pig with wings, with ear wings, turn into this. It was so jarring when I first watched Digimon. It was just weird. But... now that we took those things off of him, you'll see his speed stat. He only needs 3 more in terms of speed, which is great. Which means I can just, let's see. I think Waspmon is nimble, so he's speed, right? He's brainy, so everybody's intelligence went up a little bit. And I'll explain all that stuff in a minute. But as far as, and then there's an actual, like, bank. So this is where you train a set of Digimon that you just kind of want to start leveling and leveling their stats up. The bank is where you keep Digimon that you kind of... It's not that you don't care about them, it's just that you kind of put them on the back burner, like the second back burner. This is your back burner, this is your front burner, and this is like behind the back burner. Storage. That's the best way to say it, because that's exactly what the bank is. It's just storage. But conversion, so this is your Pokeball, I guess. Hold on. What? One what? Cool. Okay, sorry about that. That was more or less an update of the Oscars. My mother is up watching the Oscars, and she loves to update me, and she didn't know what I was doing right now, but this is a very on-the-fly recording stream thing, but I got a request from a buddy that kind of wanted to see this, and even if it was a faux kind of thing, I don't mind, because I actually want to kind of do a video on this anyway, because I've been putting a lot of time into this game over the last day and a half. So, yeah, what I was saying is basically, you don't catch wild Digimon. You scan them. So the little bar, the circular percentage meter that you were seeing in battle, I think it was only around a couple. I think it was Patamon had one. Toy Greymon or Toy Agumon may have had one. I'm not sure. But that circular meter with the percentage in the middle, that's your scan rate. So basically how that works is you scan up to 100 or 200%. I would always recommend 200 because it maxes everything out and it gives you the best stats possible on said Digimon. Now, if you're not going for stats, then you just kind of want to fill out a tree, then just do it at 100. But if you're going for stats and you want to use whatever it digivolves into, then I would definitely recommend going for 200 each time. But this is how you get your Digimon. And any of them, so even bosses, I believe. So even stuff you've encountered just once, like I've only seen a Blue Marimon once, and it was because of a quest. Vegemon, again, a quest. The very beginning of the game, I saw this guy. Frigimon was a quest. I've seen him a couple times. Gatsumon, I think, was a quest. That was my first and only boss in the game so far. They're just rare. These two seem to just be really, really rare. But they go up from there. So, Demi-Devimon. I've seen quite a... Well, not quite a bit. He's a rare type. That seems to only be a part of when you fight actual, like, hackers. Or, like... They're like trainer fights, but it's different for sure. So I should be done 4 minutes. So we'll come back to the farm. We'll go out for now. I'll explain the rest of this just real quick. This is a store, so vendors for items for the farm itself. This is a recovery station, so you pay money and it just recovers HP, SP of your entire team. This is online, which I have not... Yeah, so I have not played any online. I don't plan on it. That's just me, though. And then this is where you can redo dungeons you've already finished. And this doesn't mean Kowloon like the one you do normally, like the one I'm in right now. I think it's actually stuff that you physically cannot go back to in the normal game. Alright. But we are going to do a bit of leveling here. Just because so I can show off battle mechanics and different types and things like that. Because this game isn't as deep as something like a Pokemon game, but it does have some... It's got enough depth to keep you engaged. It's got enough depth, not unlike a Persona-esque game. Yeah, that meter. Alright, so I like the team I've got right now because I can showcase each type. So the types of those two, of Toy Agumon and Tentomon, are both, I believe they're virus. It might be... No, those are antiviral. So Agumon is also antiviral, so he will be weak. He will have his damage cut in half against those two. Wait a minute. No, that's not how that works. Devimon is going to have his damage halved. So if you can see how bright blue the circle around the target is, so there's a little thing that says target, a line pointing to a circle revolving around the Digimon that I want to attack. Both are strong. So let me showcase this. Just an attack, that's half of what I should be doing. Now, see how it's red over Tentomon. It's red over Tentomon because his type... Fire goes against, I think that's plant or bug or something like that. The reason it's green. Normally, he would do the same thing as that. So that has no color. That's just target nothing. That'll mean he'll do 1.0. That's it. He'll do normal damage, nothing special. Now, to Tentomon, he'll do 1.5, I believe, because he's a fire against like plant, or I want to say grass, but it's not grass. Now again, Devimon will do half, so I'm just going to guard with Devimon. Let him attack, because I don't usually get to see attacks. So, the reason that Devimon got ×2 is because it's either viral or antiviral. I think Toy Agumon is going with, I want to say viral. He's vaccine, so he's antiviral. I always call it antiviral, I don't know why. But he's vaccine. So Toy Agumon is also vaccine. He is virus, so vaccine will of course counteract virus. And since Toy Agumon, oh god, I don't know if Toy Agumon is a element or not, because it's just kind of gray, and I don't think I've ever seen that other than him. But she is Data, so Data counteracts, let me just show you. Data counteracts vaccine, so Data to, does more damage to vaccine. Vaccine does more damage to viral, and viral does more damage to Data. I think that's how it works. It's very much a rock, paper, scissors kind of playing field. So this should finish him off. Yeah, even though it was very low damage, it was just an attack, and he's pretty strong, so it finished him off. And of course, Gardramon went up 5 levels. Agumon, I don't know if anybody else leveled up. Renamon went up 5 levels as well. Because they're both level 1, and I'm getting a fair bit of experience for these. Okay. So my plan is actually, before we go and check the farm, because there was actually the Digiline thing did say the farm is done, finished, over, completely done. So before we go on to that area, I want to get what is it, Gardramon and Renamon to level 10. That's my plan. And that won't take too long. And there are these skills I've noticed. So if you press square, you'll get a set of skills. So the wall crack stuff doesn't do anything because I am not near a firewall. But I haven't used code scan. I don't know when and if I should. I again don't know what copy and paste is for, but reduces encounters, or well, that eliminates them, but I don't have that skill yet. So there are also increased encounters and then forces an encounter. So enforcing an encounter means immediately on the spot, I believe. That's what it looks like anyway. Whenever I use it, that's exactly what it feels like. Alright, so this is a good example. So, since Devimon is dark, and he is obviously like water, blue, obviously. And if you're not kind of confused what I'm talking about, in the top left, next to their health bar, is the symbol of their, like, the rock, paper, scissors type that is going on in this game, and the color differentiates whether they are what kind of type. So if they are water, or their attribute, water, fire, nature, grass, whatever. Green is like this nature type. But since they're both viral, and he has, and light and dark do damage to one another, but have no effect on anything else, he's going to do very normal 1.0 damage. So that's just normal Devimon damage, which is pretty good. I have no complaints. So also, if there is a line through that little circle, it means that they are neutral in terms of the viral, vaccine, and data. But if it's colored, it means they do still have some kind of type. So I believe their type is fire? No, it's earth. Because it's brown. And that Agumon did normal damage. I know it's going to be brown. But we're going to give Renamon a chance to attack. Yeah, I was going to say, he'll probably get a chance to... They have Comet Hammer? Oh, wow, it missed. And so this is also a system that I cannot, for the life of me, I'm going to have to read more about. But this system has everything to do with the turn list and how each Digimon, their combo meter looks like. Now, I could, of course, go into the tutorials and let you guys read them, but I feel like it's better if you just play it if you're interested in this game, and if you don't, then, you know, more power to you. It's just a game, it's fine. But there's quite a bit going on, but it's not quite as much as something like Pokemon. Now, a lot of people have been really, like, praising this game because it's a lot, it feels, just the feel of menus and different things like that are very much like a Persona game, one of the newer Persona games, like 3 or 4. And I've played both. I've played both multiple times, and I would not disagree. This game is very much like something like a hybrid of a Persona in terms of like pseudo depth, because there is some depth to a Persona game. There's definitely, you know, the buff system, the you know, the different attributes, but there is some skill, and so this is something I haven't touched on either. Everything has a skill, so much like a Persona game. And it does change, it looks like it changes order as well, so that might affect the combo meter. I'm not sure. So this also is very interesting. Devimon has this one attack, this is the only one I've seen. So his special attribute, or his special, you know, skill, fixed 200 damage to one foe, absorbs 20% of the HP, so that's 40 HP. That's not bad for something with 736, but it's not great. But the fixed damage, so it doesn't matter if they're weak or strong. 200 damage doesn't matter. Now, I believe since it's a dark attribute, if I attacked like Angemon or something with light, it would in fact do more damage. I might be wrong, I might not be. I'm not exactly sure. But we are getting there. Getting there pretty quick. Agumon's going up in level. And we're getting... Oh, Devimon went up in a level. Cool. I think... No, the next one I want to get for Devimon is 30. But I also don't really want to get rid of Devimon, because he's just such a kick-ass, like he's got that fixed damage thing, which I really, really enjoy. And I'm really looking forward to using a lot of, because... Sure, you can get more damage because you have Dark and you have a couple Earth attacks, I believe, and then a neutral attack, which... and the reason I'm coming up here is because I want to see if there's any other Digimon in here, because this is an area that you unlocked. And of course, this you trade in for money, like their items, just like that, like just in Persona. Just like in Persona, you can gather items and actually like trade them in for money. There is also... I want to show this off because these are... interesting yet kind of unimportant. These medals, you can turn into a guy in the real world when you're not in the Digivice or the digital world, which I haven't even showcased yet. That's more story stuff, so I probably won't go into that, but I might get out of here just to look around. You see lots of Sunomon. He never fails to pop up when you don't expect him. Let's see if he can one-shot him now. Nope, not quite. He's getting there. Agumon's getting there, but not quite. But yeah, I'm not exactly sure what triggers the different kinds of damage, heal, skill, and cross attack, like a double attack. I know it's it has something to do with the combo meter on the left, next to the names. Other than that, I don't know how to build that combo meter, other than through, quote-unquote, the camaraderie skill, or like attribute, which is... like how much you fought with said Digimon, or how much they fought with each other. So, much like a Persona, this is much more like a Persona game than it is like a Pokemon game. It has that collection thing that Persona does, but it's through physical collection and through like this weird other method, which is pretty unique to this game, which is the digitalization of the actual Digimon. But what I wanted to show off is the items, because I went in here and went all the way over here, but didn't explain any of this stuff. So, let's usable items. Usable items is pretty self-explanatory. So you have health, for just health, and I have 95 of those. I didn't buy one of those. I haven't bought anything. Like, I think I bought one farm good, and I think it was the HP generator, which I don't even use now. These are things you can put on, like their equipment for Digimon, which is very, very interesting. I haven't really gotten a ton of these, but speed is really good. There's another one I have to find on another Digimon, which is the USB, the Researcher's USB, which gives you a bump up in how much you are able to scan from each time you see a Digimon. So instead of going up 20%, it'll go up 30%, I think, or 35. I don't remember. Not off the top of my head, of course, but so these are for out of battle. These are for in battle, out of battle, and this is all for these are recoveries. Obviously, you could see just going through the game, not really doing anything, not really using these. I haven't used one item, and the revival capsule, revival spray. I have a whole bunch of boosts that I haven't used. Simply because I don't need to, just because of how I've been speccing my teams and using the rock, paper, scissors systems and the attribute systems to my advantage. If you're able to do that well, like micromanaging that kind of stuff, and building, you know, good teams like you do in Persona and different things like that with fire, ice, electricity, wind, all that kind of stuff. If you're good at that kind of stuff and like that stuff, this game is, like, really good for that. And, of course, if you like Digimon, then I would say pick this up. I do want to talk about one thing that I'm not too fond of, and it is the fact that you can't buy one version of the game that gives you both, the Vita version and the PS4 version. There are some games that do that, which I appreciate, and this one is ripe for that kind of deal. So, like, maybe, I don't know, because if you buy them separately, it's $100, which is too much to drop on one set of games. But you get the Vita version for $40 and the PS4 version for $60. It's this full price release. I don't want to mislead anybody. This is not like a $20 downloadable shallow cash grab title. This is a full price localized Japanese game that got enough traction here to come out over here. So yeah, this is a full price release on both systems. So handheld it's $40, regular it's $60. Speaking to the crossplay feature, I do like it. I do enjoy it. There isn't really anything I have to complain about. The Vita version is at 30 frames per second. It definitely runs slower, you can tell. But that also kind of, if you're looking for more of a leisurely experience, like kind of like a lot like you'd think of in a mobile game, then, or not a mobile game, a portable, you know, like handheld game, then it's definitely slower paced a bit just because of loading. But I do think that this game, in terms of graphical fidelity, while it does look good, it looks great. It really does, and I really adore. You see that on our characters here, and she is not normally in this party, kind of ignore her, and this is the NPC I was talking about. She's, like, ridiculously redressed, in my opinion. But that we have black outlines, like, around our characters to make us pop more. In cutscenes and most things that I've seen in this game with a black background, or with a white background, I'm sorry, there are pink outlines, which you wouldn't think would look decent, but really make everything pop on a black or on a white background. And it's different. It looks different. It's so minor, but it looks so different that it is something that I'm actually mentioning because it's something to mention, because it's most, you know, RPGs of this nature, the random battle kind of thing. Black outline. It's not that special. It doesn't look that special. But for some reason, that whole idea of pink backgrounds on like NPCs and stuff people you could talk to that are specifically on a white background, it makes the whole game just pop when you're in those sequences. And it's definitely something that is worth mentioning. Now, something else worth mentioning is that the story in this game is slow. I've heard this game is actually fairly, like, decently long, which is good to hear. But, and I won't spoil story stuff at all. I just won't do that. But I have heard this game is decently long, which makes me kind of... I'm very hesitant to show any story in this video, just simply because I don't want to draw this video into a, or the stream even, into a 45-minute dialogue slog with characters that you have no idea. Now, if I were to do a playthrough of this game, which I probably won't do, if this is if playthrough is more your kind of setup for games like this, by all means, go for it. It's a slow burn, and I would sit and do it in long chunks. But this is more of an overview of what you're getting, because I feel like this game was very unexpected. Pleasantly, like it's a pleasant surprise in a time of like gaming drought. So I play a lot of Destiny, and I've been filling my time a lot like other Destiny players do with PvP, because the Iron Banner, which I did a video on, just came back around, and I got all my stuff. I got to rank 5 on my character, and I usually only do Iron Banner on one character, because I really don't care about doing it on all 3 characters. It just doesn't appeal to me. It never has, doing the same thing on every character, other than like the base game. Like everything else I will do on multiple characters like that, but the Iron Banner is just not one of those things. I switch between characters in PvP, but I don't do Iron Banner on more than one character, because there's nothing for me really to gain on more than one character. Once I get the weapon or the pieces of gear I want, then I just I tap out. But I play a lot of Destiny PvP, and as of late, until the next PvE stuff drops, and that's player versus, I think it's environment. I'm not sure what the E in PvE stands for, and I feel ashamed for that. But PvP is player versus player, and then it's player versus environment, I think, or something of the sort. But do we have anything that does to all foes? No, I don't. Okay, well, no, I'm not going to waste skill points, but I digress. My whole point is that this game is a very pleasant surprise in a place where I was not expecting a surprise at all. Like, I was looking into this game a month ago, just kind of vaguely, very vaguely looking into it, like, oh, that, I remember Digimon when I was little, and didn't really give it a second thought. Then I heard, like, 2 weeks ago that this game was actually, like, really decent. And I kind of cocked my head. I was like, a localized Japanese game on a very niche title, being Digimon, is good, and it's being received well by more than just the fans of said source material. Really? And so I looked it up, and I, looked up very little. I didn't spoil myself in terms of story or anything like that. But I definitely gave it a look before I bought it. And that's why I'm bringing this look to you, is because it's if you like the turn-based RPG similar to like Persona, and the collection element of something like Pokemon, or hell, the only reason I enjoyed my playthrough of Final Fantasy 13-2 is because it had that fusion collection aspect like Pokemon. I didn't care about the story. I didn't care about the areas. I mean, it looked pretty nice. That was all I could really say for it. It looked fine. It was pretty nice looking. But this game is very nice looking in a very different way. But, alright, so here's the farm. This is kind of what I've been putting off showing. So this levels up your Digimon kind of in the background if you do training. So it'll reduce camaraderie, which is cam down. But if you do if you want to keep cam up, just do the leisure course. It takes a long time though, and that's in game, or that's real time. So you have to physically sit with the game on running for 120 minutes, and you have to be completely out of all of these menus, like all of this. You have to be literally standing here like this for 120 minutes. I just want to put that out there because it's definitely important, because that's 2 hours of just sitting doing nothing. So I always go for the camaraderie down, but it's quick. The ability goes up, quite a bit, because I don't see the point in not doing this, because camaraderie, if you need the camaraderie to go up, you can feed the Digimon, and you can take them with you and just kind of grind out camaraderie to a point. Now, of course, if you need that at 100, then it's going to be a bit more of a hassle or a challenge. But, I would rather just get the ability stuff up and done with than do all that kind of stuff. So I have a couple modules here. Developer know-how, increase the items made, the quality of the items, and increase the amount of XP, max SP, enhanced through training. So I believe that goes up every time you do training for a particular Digimons. And you can also look at them, like, if you want to just look at them without the display on, you can just watch them run around. There's Pikmon, Greymon, Repamon, Galgamon, Rapidmon, Cyclomon, Waspmon, Nanomon, which he is the weirdest looking thing I think I've ever seen. Ever. So, yeah, I don't know. This is a very weird one for me. And this is coming from me who, has seen Rapamon, and that thing, that looks very strange too, but he's just weird to me. He kind of creeps me out. And then there's Angemon. So we're gonna go ahead and go out of, well, actually, you know what, we're gonna change the leader. Lively, Defender, it's Intelligence, Builder. All of these names are different. So I did find, and I'll probably include this in the description when this video goes on to YouTube, but there is definitely a place where you can scroll down and look from what the personality of your leader, so this nimble, lively, defender, builder, brainy, all that stuff means something and maxes or increases a stat every time you train. But it's specific to what the leader is. So Waspmon is brainy, so intelligence for all of these Digimon will go up when you train them. This part is quite complicated. And in my opinion, unless I've missed a tutorial for this, I don't know where to find any of these types and what they do other than online. So I will put this in the description of the video when it goes live on YouTube. If you need to use it, it's basically just kind of a tutorial, but it's the translation version. So if you don't read kanji, or you don't read Japanese at all, then you will find it very helpful if you imported this game, or you plan on importing this game. I don't know why, since there's US version now, North American version, which is in English, which is translated. I don't know why you would do that, but that's beside the point. If you want to do that, there is definitely a guide that will help you. But it's tough. I can take that as defender. So Mach Galgamon is a tough dude. He's a tough Digimon. So if I put him as leader, the effect will increase everyone's hit points. And I'm sure most of you are saying, why would you ever do anything but HP and SP? Well, you have requirements for certain Digimon, like you have to have 75 intelligence, or I don't know, defense has to be at 100 or something of that nature. That's why you do different things. So smart increases intelligence. So I just took that as brainy, and I believe I was right. Now speed, I assume that's nimble. Lively is active. So this is all direct translation. So personality-wise, from translation, the site I'm on, I'm reading it to you, is tough, active, attack, defense, smart, speed, development, scout. Those are a bit more clear than what we have in the North American translated version. What we have in this version are things like nimble, lively, defender, builder, brainy. Those aren't really descriptive. But when looking at this chart, it's much easier to kind of piece it together yourself. So defender, I assume, is tough. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm not. Active, that's lively. Attack, so something along the lines of having attack. A defender, I suppose, could also be attack. But defense increases defense. Smart is brainy. Speed is nimble. Development is, I assume it's builder. I'm not actually sure. And then scout, I don't know that I've seen, but I'm gonna actually change it to the defender. What do I need? Builder, brain builder. What is it? Increase. What does everybody increase? So builder would be reduces time needed for development. That's a pretty good skill to have, but that's not what I'm looking for. I think I'm gonna actually do speed. So it's gonna be Angemon is gonna be my man here, and we're gonna go ahead and command them to train. And if I find a better like guide between now and when this video goes live on YouTube, like the VOD of this goes live on YouTube, I will definitely post both, but this is the best I found at the moment, which is, it's not very good because it's dealing with direct translation, but I also, you know, most people are smart enough to be able to kind of translate that all the way themselves, so I don't ever but yeah, I'll post this because it's actually very very telling. There's definitely stuff everybody can learn, even if you don't have the Japanese version. Like the elements: red, blue, green, brown, yellow, light green, white, purple, gray. So you got fire, water, grass, ground, electric, wind, light, dark, and null. So all of those are listed out for you, and those haven't changed much. So I'm actually going to go in here, and I'm going to... I just want to look at them. Because if you look at Digimon, you don't really see what his skill, or what his... attribute is, in terms of like a leader in the farm. So I don't other than going into the farm, I don't know another way to look at that. I haven't seen anything anywhere. Skills don't do it. You can't see it under his name, like Virus Champion Earth, memory to use. It doesn't show you what kind of, like, more speed. Plus 10. Wait, what? Now I'm confused. I wonder if your stats will increase. I know they increase by level. But is it just because he's not high enough level? Because it's got plus 10 in speed. Now I'm confused. This system is quite complicated. Zoe's defense needs to go up a lot. Nanimon, Pekmon, Mechgreymon. I just want to kind of check if anybody can get Digivolved. It doesn't look like it, which I'm actually kind of surprised about. There's one of my HP attaches. Wait a minute. Why can't he level up? Level 30. Max SP. Defense is, wow, 110. So his defense is at, I guess, 105? Maybe those stats aren't, you don't adjust them. Maybe those are just pre-adjusted. Huh. I'm not actually sure. Because if they're not pre-adjusted, and my speed is 72, just in general, then I need 3 more, which is perfectly fine. But it would be odd. I mean, I suppose that's how it is. Just telling you, like, there's your, you know, your actual... Oh, I can do that one, but level 55. Intelligence is 80. So let's see. Int is at 74. So I'm close with a lot of them. I just need to be more... Oh, wow. His attack needs to go way up. Waspmon. Can't really do anything with Wasp now. Which is fine. Rapmon. Wow, intelligence. Wow, he's got really high stat. Well, he's an ultimate, right? Yeah. I'm not surprised he's got high stats. What can he become? I don't know what that is. I don't know what most of these things are. Yes, DLC obtained first edition exclusive Digimon. I don't know what the edition exclusive is unless it's like the black versions of like Agumon and Garurumon and stuff like that. Oh, wait a minute. I just saw it. Personality. Builder. Okay, so you can see them. I was just too dumb to notice. Lively. So we have tons of Lively. So I might want to take one of these guys out, actually. One of the Lively ones. Is he... Do I really want to digivolve him into something specific? I'd like to see what that is, because it kind of looks like a Chinese dragon, and I kind of want to just see that. But that level probably is level 30, and he's at 23, so he's not going anywhere anytime soon. So I'm actually going to move Repamon. So he's nimble, and brainy, and lively. So we really don't have anyone right now in our midst that... Ooh. So yeah, I have Kabuterimon. He might be good enough to go into durable. Durable might be defense. I don't know. See, that's the problem, is that it's not clear. It's not clear about what exactly you are. Actually, it's not, because if you look at his defense stat, he was never leader in my game. So Galgamon is definitely ups defense. So what was he? He was like a defender. So defender looks like it ups either defense or HP. I'm gonna bet defense because Galgamon was my leader for a while, before I discovered that this is how you get stats up and down. Let's keep looking. Builder. So I do have a Leomon. Durable, brainy, builder, lively, nimble. Oh, these are... Oh, wow, that's the only ones I have in my bank. Okay, hold on. Ooh, they don't have... Oh, maybe personality comes after you materialize them? Let's... I want to test that theory. Just for shits and giggles, I'm going to do Biomon. So this is the animation. I was going to show this anyway, but you hatch them from a little egg, which is kind of adorable, but... yeah, brainy. So what if I... Oh, I can't do her again. I wish you could do 2 in a row and see if they come out differently. Now I'm very curious. So we're going to throw Gardramon in the bank. Because... attack and intelligence. That's Garurumon, obviously. So level 14. Or that one. That one looks like a tree almost. I'd probably go with that one, honestly. I'll get her to level 14. And then Agumon. Of course I can't digivolve into regular Greymon. What is his camaraderie at right now? 15. Wow, that's a long way to go. You know, we're gonna see what this guy is. Oh, yeah, and that's... all that's saying is basically you can't get the goggles and the t-shirt back. I don't really care. The game starts you off with, like... whoa. Tyrannomon. I've, again, never seen him before in my life. So, interesting, but never seen him. So, this is all experimentation here. But, what I was saying is that this is very, very confusing. Some of this is a bit confusing. I could just straight up remove stuff. Neutral damage, one foe. Tends to critical more often. Interesting. One ally's combo rate by 50%. Ooh, that's interesting. He's got an interesting set of... So, but I can also de-digivolve him. And I believe his camaraderie will go up. I think. I'm not sure. Actually, since Gardramon, I'm not really... You have discovered that... Oh, okay. So, just because I'm not really close with anything with Gardramon, I'm going to go ahead and de-digivolve him. We're going to look at his camaraderie. Or, I mean, ability, like ABI, the 8 at the bottom left. So, we're going to go ahead and de-digivolve him and back into Toyagumon. And so, of course, we've seen that animation. So, yeah, so 5. It went up 5. And his personality turned lively. I think? Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, it's interesting. This whole system is very, very much experimentation until everybody has a clear guide on exactly what to do. And did his max level go up? I think it may have. Because the Toyagumon I, like, hatched had, like, a max level of, like, 15, and now his max level is 29. So maybe that is also a reason. So all of your stats will go up. You can go up higher as well, and your ability will go up. So I maybe it's worth it to just start digivolving stuff down and up and up and down. Stuff like Gailamon. I like this Digimon. So actually from Meramon, I really don't like Meramon that much. I mean, he's fine, but I have no love for Meramon. He's just Fireman. Actually, I'm going to do that. See what happens. So, let's look at his stats real quick. So, 106 attack, 83, 59. Speed is crazy. I must have had a speedster. And his camaraderie is at 100% too. I've used Meramon for a long time. Or used him for a long time. So, we're going to go ahead and digivolve him to Gailamon, or Gillamon. I think it's Gillamon, honestly. So his speed kept that bonus, and the camaraderie stayed up. So it is totally possible to keep your stat bonuses. It looks like you're totally able to keep the stat bonuses, the pluses, in the parentheses, when you de-digivolve. That's good to know, because that means the benefits from your... You can build like an ungodly powerful Digimon. That's basically what that's saying, from going up and down in Digivolutions, so. Ooh. I feel like he got one of these from him, because I don't remember him having Burst Flame. Maybe I'm completely wrong, but maybe Inherited Skills is also from going back and forth. Honestly, I'm just, like... experimenting. I'm not gonna de-digivolve Leomon because Leomon is Leomon, and why would I do that? Kabuterimon, I'd be curious to see what he can do when I de-digivolve him, but I kind of want to get these, and I'm close. All he has to do is go up in a significant amount of levels, but all he has to do is go up levels. So where 28 and 20. So both 28. So literally, I just have to pick one. It's probably going to be that one because I know what it is. Vmon is like not close in anything because he needs that stupid that egg at one point too. I think I'm gonna digivolve him into Vmon. Oh yeah, they definitely keep skills because he didn't have Heavy Strike 2 or Mach Rush. He had, I think when I first got Vmon, he had Vmon Headbutt. That was it. So he inherited a good chunk of skills just in general. So, yeah, I'm not... In all honesty, I'm not exactly sure where all of this stuff is going, but it's surprisingly deep in a way that I wasn't expecting. In a way that it's like, okay, go de-digivolve and then digivolve them again. Earn more and then earn less. And then, you know, go back and forth. It's deep in a very particular way. Very micromanagey. Which is okay. I mean, I don't mind micromanagement, but here's Growlmon. Oh, he only needs freaking level 15. What does he need for him? He only needs 16. Well, that's Greymon, I think. Just regular Greymon. I kind of want Growlmon, though. Increases attack, defense, intelligence, and speed by 5%. That's actually pretty good. I remember him evolving into something really, really cool toward the end of his like, chain of evolutions. Leomon. I'm gonna leave Leomon. I'm actually gonna add him to my party. So, what if I took Renamon? Oh, and this is also kind of an easy way to get camaraderie because it gets less boring because you're still able to digivolve eventually and you keep camaraderie up. That's actually pretty damn cool. I don't know what that guy is. Lopmon. Oh, I can make blue Marimon. I don't really want to, but I can. Level 30. See, but then if I get him to level 30, I can get that and then de-digivolve him into Devimon, which is the one I really want. I'm going to keep him for 2 levels. But Renamon, I'm going to go ahead and de-digivolve. Just because I can level stuff up. But also, if you notice, she doesn't have stat increases. So I might want to take out... What does that training 2 mean? Oh, that must be like she's in training, like training 2. Toyagumon. Rookie, yeah, so she's like below rookie level. She's like baby Digimon. So this has been a very very learning experience, learned experience for myself because grinding out levels in this game wow, he looks really goofy. Like, I don't know, it's just because he looks like a bulbous mini version of a T-Rex. He looks kind of silly. But I'm actually going to go... Yeah, I'm going to go to another area. I'm going to log out completely because I know there is a place in the real world where it's pretty easy to, I don't know, grind out experience. And yeah, we're going to have her tagging along until her quest is done. But I'm not doing story because the story is... It's not boring. Let me get that point through. The story is not boring. It is just a slow burn. And that is a very specific difference that I think needs to be made. It's not a boring story. It's just a slow story, which some people will probably say is boring because it doesn't move fast enough. I'm okay with slow stories. I like to read books, and some books are very, very slow. Some books can be pretty fast-paced, but... Oh, no, it was back over here. But in general, a book is more of a slow burn. This is the place where I've heard you can grind out some easy experience towards the end. We train so hard, there's no way we're gonna lose. So this is kind of like a trainer battle. Oh, we're gonna just wreck his little face, aren't we? Oh, I feel kind of bad now because I'm bringing in like Digimon that probably shouldn't ever be in these low-level, like, bronze, silver he claps. I love it. But again, this is leveling him up, and it's quick. But then I can just de-digivolve him. Or digivolve again. This is a very interesting system-heavy game. Like, surprisingly system-heavy game. And of course you can hear that this game is not localized in terms of voice acting. It is localized in terms of written. Not written, that was a very bad way to put that. I wonder if this is the last one. I'm gonna lose the last one to see if I can game the system. And oh wow, he actually didn't take him out. Oh, he actually got a turn. I'm gonna lose the last fight and see if I can game the system here. Because if I can game the system and create those Digimon just by scanning them and losing the last fight of this Bronze Cup, then I think that may have been the last one because it gave me 321 experience. Oh no, it wasn't. So yeah, of course there are adorable creatures everywhere in this game. It's kind of obvious. So I wonder if this is the last fight. I don't know which one is the last fight. And it would take so... Yeah, I'm not going to do that on this one because it would take so long for these little dudes to kill me that it's really not even worth it. And I'm not using... The reason I'm not using skills is because it's not needed right now. I mean, all of these fights I've kind of grinded. I think it's grinded in terms of an RPG. I don't think grinded is a term in this sense, but I've grinded my way up to a point where I'm like, this is the boss. That's a Zaxxon mask. So yeah, Demon Hacker, whatever. So this I could definitely use some tactics on. I don't actually know if I have Vulcan Palm. Oof, ouch. Maybe he could kill me. Oh, so he's not going to do any damage. You know what? Let's just take someone's combo rate up. Just because. Because I can. Combo up. That did nothing. That's kind of funny, actually. Dark damage, dark damage. That's 200. I'm going to do that. Yeah, because that ignores the whole system of the attributes, and it ignores the systems of... Wow, I got a lot of experience for those. It seems to ignore the systems of the rock, paper, scissors stuff, and it seems to ignore the fire, bronze... I was reading the bottom. Possum, you're the Bronze Cup Supreme... Oh, that must be the chick and the cat stuff in the back. Brave Point E. So we're gonna do a couple more. Probably only gonna go through the Silver Cup. Oh, Lapmon. Hello. I haven't seen you in a bit. Alright, so he's gonna do crazy damage. Oh. There's nothing like seeing Devimon just slap a little Lapmon in the face. Alright, so Tanamon, Housewife, Tanamon, and Patamon, right? Yeah, I'm learning them. I'm learning it. 312. God, bitch slapping these Pokemon. Tyrannomon. I really like him, but he looks very cartoony and goofy. Oh, here's a good example. You can actually pretty much see the outline difference that I was talking about right now. Only he's outlined in orange right now, but it really makes them stand out and pop against the blue, mostly blue backgrounds of this game. It's very, very well done. The different like shadings and colors. There's one thing I do have to say about this game is there is no joke that this game is very colorful when it wants to be. Designs of the Digimon, the world, the digital world stuff is it's always very blue from what I've seen, but oh, he stunned him. Damn, I didn't even know he could do that. Tanamon and I don't know. I like having Devimon in because I think he was the first season's like villain. At least to an extent. I don't think he was the penultimate villain. I don't remember because the first season was like freaking super long. It was like 50 something episodes. That was the whole first season. I probably should have looked for an advantage there, but I didn't. Yeah, that's... Oh, well, there wasn't one. Ooh, now they're starting to take more than one hit. They're actually going to get a turn. Who's first? Does he have any... Wait a minute. Does he have... I want to see, does he have any skills? One foe, one foe, one foe. Yeah, no. I'm not gonna bother. I've always liked skills that do more than do damage to more than one enemy. Alright, so we're gonna go... Oh, can he? Yeah, we're just gonna kill him. And then... Everybody always got mad at me for saying kill when I was playing Pokemon. It's like, alright, I'm making them faint. Alright. I am hitting a cute little adorable electric rat so hard it's fainting. It is literally so exhausted it's passing out. You're right, I'm not killing it, but I'm knocking it out. I'm punching it in the face so hard that I'm knocking it out. I feel like... I don't know. Whoa! That must be the other thing in Devimon. That must be the little thing I'm missing. Ooh. It must be. These are all dark damage. I don't know what he can do, so I'm going to kill him first. Yep. Bye-bye. Devimon. I came into this very ill-prepared. What can he do? Doubles the damage inflicted next turn. I wonder if that will work on flat rate damages. Oh, that's just a skill for him. Interesting. Oh, it's not gonna go well because he's a Data and Virus is Virus is good against Data. Oh, Gazimon. I'm actually not doing horribly pronouncing these names. I thought I was gonna do much worse. Alright, sorry about that, guys. It's just a text message. Or, well, a Facebook message if I'm being specific. If I am being my hair-splitting self. Damn you, Devimon. Cool, I can grab him. It's always nice. I always like that. Did I finish it? Or, oh, wow, no, they're still going. Oh, alright. I think I've seen... This is the boxing glove dog I was talking about. I think I talked about earlier. And then, the little gear thing, he was one of the starters. He could have been one of your starters. And then I have no idea about the little eagle man. Little red eagle. Sonic Void. Holy crap. That was actually pretty damn good attack. Tyrannomon. Oh, he had no health though. Thunderfall. Ooh. It's freaking thing. Why are they buds? I don't even understand. Why are they so buddy? But wow, he's got a ton of health. Like for a starter, like rookie Pokemon. Tanamon. All right. So Tyrannomon, Tanamon, and Toy Agumon are probably ready to Digivolve again at some point. 15 or 16. Here's your prize. What is that? I need to check what that is. What is a brave something? Well, it's not one of those. So it is an item. Oh! Oh! I had a few of those earlier that I used on Devimon to get him as high level as he is. Oh, wait a minute. What was that? I'm gonna actually... Ooh. Digilab. Wow, that's really convenient. They put a Digilab thing right there. I think they knew... They knew people were gonna try and grind the Coliseum. So they still have a little bit to go. Digivolve. I really want whatever that is, and I don't know what it is. Toy Agumon. Alright. Intelligence. What is he lacking right now? Inch at 31! Actually, you know what? We're going to go ahead and go into our field guide and see what when his intelligence is... Yeah, see, there they are. Oh, cool, I filled out the baby Digimon. Sinamon, Kuromon, little jester thing. There's Toy Agumon right there. What? I need intelligence. 19. So we're going to get him to 19 and then we're going to Digivolve him. I really like the field guide and that it tells you those stats like that, though. That is a really helpful little discovery. So Tanamon. Oh, no. Not move. Since we haven't seen that... Oh, and I only needed a level 8. Palmon. So she was also one of the starters you could have picked. I just didn't, because I was never really fond of Palmon, because I think she looks a little creepy. That was me. Always was. So what do I need? Attack. Ooh. That'll probably be the next one we get. And that's at, what, 16? 16, we can do that. Tyrannomon, can I... 26. So I'll probably do that one first. Or that one. Let's look again. See what Tyrannomon's... No, field guide. I feel like he'll be down here, like, quite a bit. Yeah, no, actually not quite a bit. So he's at what? I want to say he's at 15 right now. So he needs like an attack of... Oh god, what was it? Oh, I can't see it. Damn you. Alright. So we're going to have to go check that again. But like I said, adventures in menus. But I also enjoy the menu setup of this, so it's not that bad. Speed at 75. I need speed at 75. So his speed as it sits right now is 64. So it needs to go up about 10 points. 11 points, actually. So we're going to check our field guide. Go down. See. He's at 14 now. So his speed is at 61. So he needs... Wow, level 28. That will take a long time. Unless I throw him in the bank. Which I'm actually pretty, like... I think I'm going to do. I'm going to throw him on the island real quick. Actually, I'll do that later. When the training cycle is over. Just so... What is he? And he needs speed. Level 30. Wow, he can't do anything, can he? Well, he's also an ultimate, so... Attack, speed, ability. These are probably all, like... ridiculously strong. I don't know what actually comes after, like, ultimate status in Pokemon, or in Digimon anymore. I don't think I ever did. Attack. So... Actually, we're going to pull out Can we pull out Leomon? What is he? He's 8, right? We can't. Right now, anyway. So... he needs to get to 19. Where does she need to get to? She needs to get to 16. So we'll do those. And by that point, Devimon should be 30. So... okay, so let's go back in here. Hot-blooded gamer, I didn't want to talk to you, actually. I want to fight in the Coliseum again. Alright, and this will be our... wait, what? Oh! The machinery is down for maintenance. Oh, so I guess that's a story progression thing. Oh. I guess this is where I'm gonna end it then. So I didn't do any story on purpose, and I love that Tekken poster right there. It's great. Let's see, is there anyone else? What is it? That's another Tekken poster right there. I don't know what that middle one is though. But I'm gonna stop it here. I do appreciate everyone who watches the VOD and watches the stream, tuned in at all. It was very fun. It was very fun showing off this game and its systems and its intricacies, because this game is pretty complicated actually. Like it's got a couple layers that I didn't even like. I knew of a couple, and then it went like 2 or 3 deeper in while I was doing this. So that was pretty interesting for sure. But I am going to sign off for the moment. And I will probably take an hour or 2 break. Keep playing this, keep grinding a little bit, but in a couple hours, I might start up another stream video. I might do it on YouTube, I don't know. But I kind of want to show off a couple of the Iron Banner weapons, just in a quick, I don't know, 15-20 minute video. Nothing too special, but I do want to show it off. Show them off, because I got one which I absolutely adore, and I got another one which, again, I adore. I love using both, and they're both Iron Banner weapons. But yeah, until then, or until the next time I put up something, video, I will catch all of you lovely ladies and gentlemen later. Lovely ladies and gentlemen later. I hope everyone has a good day, night, evening, dinner, lunch, whatever it is for you. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one, whatever I make. All right. Bye, guys.